Hi, this is Vijay Bambwani and I'm in this video going to talk about the budget. Since the budget is less than 3 weeks away, I've decided to record a couple of videos touching upon the budget. So consider this as the first in the series of my videos on the budget. And in this video, it would be more of an introduction of how the markets behave before the budget, what sectors would basically see the highest amount of expectation built buying and momentum, and slowly we'll build up towards how the markets actually behave once the event is over. This is Vijay Bambwani, your host for this video. I hope my videos have been helping you become better traders and solving a lot of your queries and sharpening your tools in the market, deciphering the signals of the market better than what you were before you started seeing my videos on this channel. This is your channel for your benefit, and we are here for you to help you to become better traders. So keep interacting with us, and we are going to custom make our videos to your requests. Now, 3 weeks before the budget, the traders have already started second guessing, trying to basically place their bets in the markets in anticipation of what they expect the budget could possibly do. The fact that the Honorable Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has said that this is a budget which is going to be a budget like never before has naturally set the expectations soaring. Is this going to be a very populist budget where the government is going to give away a lot of sops and therefore the trade, industry, citizens and consumers are likely to have a party time? Or is this going to be an austere budget where the government is going to pull up its socks and say, look, this is the time where an average citizen is expected to contribute to the nation's kitty because these are pandemic times and this is the first big pandemic in 100 years and therefore we are going to tax you a lot more. Between these two extremes is a third possibility of you give some, you take some. What will really happen, we'll only know on the budget day. But as of now, my computer trading screen tells me some expectations that I'm witnessing in the budget before the exercise has even been announced. Remember the old Wall Street saying, buy on expectation, sell on news. This works even for the budget. People normally tend to get emotional before they take financial decisions. Although emotion is a matter of the heart and finance should be a matter of the mind, but invariably as human beings we tend to mix up the two and therefore we wind up making emotional trading decisions. So anticipation based buying is something that I'm going to talk about in this budget. Claire Barnes, in her path-breaking book, Asia's Investment Profits, in the very introduction of the book has written that Asia, unlike Europe and America, is a very different ball game altogether where investments are concerned. Here you're looking at a population which is relatively less richer than their Western counterparts, but thanks to information technology, the electronic age, and easy availability of audio and video, we see what the West is doing. We aspire to follow the West in their lifestyle, in their expenditure, in their earnings, and therefore all political endeavors or the budgets, elections, etc. are all towards promising a better standard of living. Like the old saying goes, it's all about money, honey. I myself feel that whatever happens in the financial markets happens for a reason, and the reason has to be financial in nature. So this budget is basically going to touch upon our lives, our finances, and what is the market making out of this budget based purely on the price action that I'm seeing on my screen. You know, the markets actually communicate with us. The only thing is that they communicate in the language of numbers, and we human beings understand the language of text better than numbers. I myself wasn't really very great at mathematics in school, but I just got by. Now here coming in the stock market, I trained myself to understand numbers especially the ones that are coming on my screen a little better. So what my screen tells me is that the markets are expecting some kind of stops to the automobile sector, both the commercial vehicles as well as passenger vehicles. So the CVs and the PVs. Maybe there'll be something thrown in for a good measure even in the two-wheeler segment. So that's what I'm seeing on my screen as I speak to you since the last few days. Every budget in the last 1 decade or so has invariably talked about giving a roof on the head of almost all citizens. So low-cost housing, construction, real estate, property development is something that is in the top of the mind recall of all investors. Look at the stocks of real estate shares. You'll find them going up steadily since the last few weeks. If you haven't really joined Equity Masters Telegram channel, I would strongly urge you to do so for a reason. I put in a lot of research matter out there, at least 3 post-market reports based on our in-house statistical trading model, which we call the Barracuda, which will basically give you a snapshot in numerical form. Very easy to understand, jargon-free, clutter-free, and an 8th standard pass school child can understand. So I basically tell you how the sectors are getting rotated. Every evening I put up this data. If you are a part of the Equity Master Telegram channel, which goes by the handle Equity Master Official, you would have seen in the last few weeks how infrastructure, real estate development, property developers and builders, their stocks are moving up. Today on my screen itself, I'm seeing a frontline real estate companies stocks up approximately 12%. No names, please. Shh. Automobiles, like I told you, look at the stocks of passenger vehicles, commercial vehicles, even two-wheeler stocks in the last couple of trading sessions. You'll see what I mean. The third thing that we basically have seen since the last couple of decades, if not decades, definitely a decade or more, is that there is almost an expectation, it's taken for granted, that there would be sin tax. By sin tax, I mean additional punitive taxes on those items which the government does not want us to consume. You see, taxes are a means of the government nudging you into either doing something which it wants you to do or stop you from doing something which they do not want you to do. So by giving tax breaks, for example, Section 80cc, when the government announces higher exemption figures under 80cc, they are basically nudging you into saving more money because you will save more taxes. And by imposing sin taxes or consumption taxes on certain items, for example, sugary aerated drinks, ice creams, alcohol, cigarettes, they are basically stopping you from consuming those items. So look at the share prices of tobacco companies, some alcohol manufacturing companies, portable alcohol, I mean daru, alcohol, booze. You'll see those companies' stocks basically getting the jitters because traders are anticipating, oh my God, here come one more tax hike. So these are expectations that I'm seeing on my screen as we speak. The third one is that food is always a rising need of the government. Our population is growing. Maybe the population growth statistics have slowed down, but our population is growing. And remember, we have something called a National Food Security Bill. 2/3 of our population has been assured of either affordable or good quality meals at reasonable prices, which means that farmers have to be given fertilizers at subsidized rates. Which means the fertilizer industry, those shares keep going up in anticipation of further SOPs, further incentives, tax cuts, call it what you want. Call it what you want. But this is another sector which I'm seeing where there is a buzz around their shares in the last few trading sessions. The other sector that I am seeing some amount of buzz is the generic pharma stocks. Health for all, affordable health for all is even better. So maybe some generic drugs, especially the ones that we use day to day, some even life-saving drugs, etc. There is always an expectation from the traders in the markets before the budget that the government would try to give its citizen more affordable medication and health care. So you will basically see these stocks which are into generics and life-saving drugs at affordable costs, their share prices in this sector going up. These are observations that I have seen from my trading terminals so far into the budget. Remember, this is first in the series of my budget videos, more coming up in the immediate future. On this promising note, I bid goodbye to you in this video, not before requesting you, if you're watching this video on YouTube, please click like on this video. If you agree with what I said, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already done so, and click on the bell icon to receive instant alerts about new videos being uploaded. In the comment section, do let me know what you think about this video and what you would want me to record next. I'm waiting patiently to hear from you, and help me reach out fellow like-minded traders who are looking at knowledge-based investments and trades by referring my video to your family and friends. Have a very, very profitable day ahead. Take very good care of yourself, your health, your family, your investments and trades. Vijay Bambwani signing off for now. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye. Also, do not forget to subscribe to my free email newsletter, Fast Profits Daily, and get my free guide, How to Trade Markets Like a Pro.